I visited the Ukrainian Village on the west side of Chicago. I specifically spent about 90% of my time in the nearby bakery deli market called Ann's Bakery and Deli. The community was very nice. The main street has the stores and other novelty shops, and off on the side streets is the housing and multiple churches. Ukrainian flags were in every window of the stores and hanging from the houses, so you could tell that all the shops were Ukrainian. And the surrounding houses off of the main street are a preserved collection of workers' cottages, single-family homes, and small apartments that tell the story of the Ukrainian immigrants who settled in the area throughout the late 19th and early 20th centuries, and I learned this because they actually had signs hanging around the Ukrainian village telling me this. The setting of the village is right outside of Chicago, so there's still a lot of traffic and people around. The majority of the people around the village are Ukrainian or Russian, and speak predominantly Ukrainian or Russian. The market that I went to was right in the middle of the village, and I actually selected this place because one of my best friends is engaged to a Ukrainian man, so I thought it'd be interesting to immerse myself in that culture. Ann's Bakery and Deli is a Ukrainian market, and all of the food that is in there is Ukrainian and comes from Ukraine. They have all the basics of a regular grocery store. They have a deli, and they make their own fresh bread there daily, which is delicious. Another cool aspect of the market was that they had a hot deli where they make fresh hot food and that you can buy it, and they have a little dining area where you can eat it once you check out. All of the workers there spoke Ukrainian or Russian, and there was little of the English language around the store. Some of the sausages were labeled what it actually was, but there was not much English. This made me feel very uncomfortable because I didn't know what the food was and I didn't know how to order it. It also felt very uncomfortable because everyone in the store, even the customers, were Ukrainian and Russian, and I heard no English being spoken. I thought because it was a store and right by Chicago that people that weren't Russian or Ukrainian would go in there, but I was very wrong. And it was very apparent that I was the minority. People were staring and didn't seem too pleased to have me there. I felt the least comfortable when I was ordering hot food at the deli because I didn't know what anything was. The workers sent someone over that could speak some English so they could help me. Again, they didn't seem too thrilled about this. I ordered a little bit of everything that they had because it all looked really good and it tasted very good. I never really felt very comfortable there in my whole experience because I was the only white English speaking person there. There was a time when an African American man came in and ordered food, and that was more comforting, but he started talking to the workers about the Russian mob, and they were not happy about that, so I quickly turned uncomfortable again. Overall, this was a very uncomfortable situation and a huge cultural shock for me. But above all of that, I do think it opened my eyes up more to multicultural education. By putting myself in this uncomfortable and unfamiliar situation, I got to witness how a student in a classroom with classmates and teachers who don't share their same culture may feel. I felt so uncomfortable, and I was only in the market for about an hour and a half. A student has to spend the whole day in a situation that makes them feel uncomfortable. I realize as a teacher it is most important to make everyone in the classroom feel comfortable. No one is able to perform to the best of their ability when they are out of their comfort zone. It is the teacher's job to give the necessary supports and the resources to their students. I also think it is important to prep the rest of the class when there is going to be a student of a different culture, whether that be having a lesson about the particular culture or talking about acceptance and how differences aren't always bad. Overall, I did enjoy this experience, even though it was way out of my comfort zone.